Yeah.
Hey guys, welcome back to Marcus World. In today's video, I'm going to talk about how much you can make as an Uber driver. And this is going to be almost like a story time. No, not. I'm just playing. Not going to do a story time, excuse me. But this is just to tell you guys about my experience as an Uber driver. I've already told you about how I got started and all that stuff. But now I want to talk about what's most important on everybody's mind is the cash. That's right, the cash. So when I first signed up to be an Uber driver, I was a little bit apprehensive. Like you, I went on YouTube. I tried to find as many people as I could to try to figure out how much money I could make as an Uber driver. And you see all these claims. You see a lot of videos. Some people say it's not worth it. Some people say, you can make thousands of dollars, as an Uber driver. And at one time, that was true when Uber was paying their drivers a whole lot more. But in today's time, since Uber has been out and they've become more mainstream, they're more popular. Currently, I'm in the Houston market, as many of you guys know. So in my market, we get paid 87 cents a mile and 11 cents a minute. So when I first started out, my first week for Ubering, I made like 290 bucks, and I started on a Wednesday and I finished out for that Sunday. So after I did that, I was actually feeling pretty good. And mind you, that was part-time hours. I did it. It was in non-peak time. There were no surge pricing. It was just what was going on in the city, just picking up passengers. I had seen people say that you can make $300 a week Ubering. And, honestly, I was like, man, that's some pretty decent money for part-time work. And actually, it wasn't until on Sunday I went to the airport and there were some guys hanging around, and I actually went up at the TNC lot. And so I went there and I began to talk to him. And so I was talking to this one guy named Sam, TNC lot. And Sam was telling me that, man, I make $1,300 a week as an Uber driver. Corey, like, you gotta be kidding me. You lying, dude. I don't believe it. So then he pulls out his phone and he starts showing me his payment history. And sure enough, like, 1 week he made $600, 1 week he made $13, 1 week he made $9, 1 week he made $1,000. And I was going like, oh wow, my goal was to make 50 bucks a day, and here you are making $1,300. You're making $1,000 excuse me. My goal was to make $50 a day. I'm looking at this guy, he's making, $1,000 a week. So that showed me that it was possible to make that type of money. Now, I'm going to be quite honest with you. I have not made $1,000 in 1 week to this date. At this date, the most I've made was like $830 for 1 week. Now, when I say that's how much I made, that's how much I gross. That does not take into account, how much I had to spend on fuel and things of that nature. And so what I found out is that for about putting in about 40 hours a week, I can do about $650, anywhere from $650, $675, $600, anywhere in that range, the $600 range, as a full-time Uber driver. Now, when I work more, I've recently kind of changed up my shifts, and I work early mornings up into midday, and I can do that gets me closer to the 800, doing about 5 days a week, and that's probably doing about 50 hours a week. So, can you make a full-time living off Uber? The answer is yes. It depends on your situation, your needs. It's going to also depend on your market. Here in the Houston market, I'm able, because the city is spread out, I can do a whole lot of driving. So everything will depend on your market. It will depend on how much time you want to put in driving. But yeah, you definitely can make $500 a week, $600 a week. For me now, to say I make $300 a week, that's like potatoes. I can do that in 3 days, in all honesty. And that doesn't even take into account working on the weekends, surge pricing, and things like that. But you definitely can make money if you strategize. You after you start driving, and after I've started driving, I start learning little different tricks of the trade, different strategies that I can use, when to drive, when not to drive. What's the best peak times. All those things will make up, and even conversating with passengers to find out, or where are you from? You're in town, okay. Figuring out my passengers, okay, so when you're leaving, when they're leaving, knowing which hotels to kind of hang around to get requests to the airport, because different tricks of the trade like that. And if you're interested in some of the tricks that I use and things that you can do in order to maximize your profit, then I will do a video on that. Just leave some comments in the below and let me know what you think, and I'll be more than happy to answer those questions. But that's what I wanted to talk to you guys about today. Just wanted to let you guys know just my experience so far as an Uber driver. I've been doing it now for about 3 months. I actually like being an Uber driver. I like meeting the people. You can make some great connections. So it's a pretty cool job, Well, actually not a job, but you're a business owner. But it's a pretty cool thing to do especially if you're unemployed or you just want to make extra money, or whatever. So I would still highly recommend it. If this video has been helpful to you, then please like, subscribe, share this video. If you're still on the fence about becoming an Uber driver, I would tip my best advice to you is to try it for yourself and see how you like it. It's not going to be for everybody. Some people don't want to drive. Some people have issues with people getting in their car. Others don't, So yeah, you can click on the description box below. I'll have a link or a code that you can sign up for when you go on your first drive. When you start driving, you can make some money just because you signed up using my link. All right, thank you guys. Have a great day.